Now we'll see about work breakdown structure creation. Project definition will be created automatically when we create a work breakdown structure. A project definition defines an objective to be achieved within a project. It is not necessary at this point to create work WBS elements or individual activities. The project definition is the framework for all objects within a project in later planning phases. The project definition contains default values and profile data for WBS elements. Default data is transferred to new WBS elements we create for this project. The basic dates for the entire project and the planning parameters for cost, budget, and dates are stored at the project definition level. A project definition is not an account assignment object. That means it cannot be posted. WBS elements form the operative basis of a work breakdown structure. Planned and actual values are stipulated for them and aggregated to them. The work breakdown structure consists of WBS elements and their hierarchical order. The graphic project definition and work breakdown structure at the beginning of this shows the structure of a project consisting of project definition and WBS elements. There are many options for creating work breakdown structure in the SAP project system. The project builder, the structure planning, project planning board, and create work breakdown structure are transactions in SAP PS with which a work breakdown structure can be created. While creating a new work breakdown structure, we can use an existing work breakdown structure, the sub-hierarchy of a project, or a standard work breakdown structures as a template. We can also include the templates in an operative work breakdown structure at a later stage. A standard work breakdown structure is a neutral work breakdown structure that can be used more than once and serves only as a template for creating operative work breakdown structures. In the quotation phase of a project, we can simulate projects using simulation versions even if an operative project does not yet exist. It is possible to plan several simulation versions. We can then decide which version is the most suitable to transfer to an operative project. So the different methods of creation of work breakdown structure we can see over here, like project builder, project planning board, structure planning are directly creating WBS. The indirect methods are from network creation, assembly processing, transfer simulation. When we create a WBS manually or from templates, or that means standard WBS or operative WBS. These are different ways of creating the WBS structure. WBS elements are the structure elements of the work breakdown structure. A WBS element describes a task or a partial task that can be divided. Use operative indicators to define the characteristics of a controlling element and to specify what tasks will be performed by the WBS element when the project is being executed. WBS elements for which requirement is to plan costs are flagged as planning elements. WBS element to which requirement is to post actual costs are flagged as account assignment elements. WBS element for which requirement is to plan or post revenues are flagged as billing elements. And one more, the statistical indicator specifies whether a WBS element is used for statistical purpose or whether it works with real cost. We can specify that a WBS element is statistical only if it is an accounting element or a billing element. Once we select the statistical indicator, posting against this WBS element will not be possible. Use grouping WBS elements to group the material requirements for components kept in project stock in one or more projects on a one WBS. And use project summarization indicator to specify that the values of the WBS elements are included in the project summarization. So these are the some indicators or elements will be used in the WBS element creation. So the project summarization, planning element, account assignment element, billing element, grouping WBS element, and statistical, these are the indicators will be used for the working of the WBS element. In case to edit large projects and need to create numerous WBS elements with complex project numbers, the system can help to derive the project directory. To be able to derive the hierarchy from the keys defined for the WBS element, we must define an appropriate project coding mask in customizing. In the coding mask, the number of levels will be derived automatically. After defining a project coding mask, can create WBS elements in a project one after the other without worrying about the correct hierarchy level, because the derived structure will take care of the levels. We can enter all WBS elements in level 1. The system then derives the individual levels of the WBS elements from the project coding mask. The WBS element with the shortest number is created on level 1. The remaining WBS elements are arranged in the lower hierarchy levels depending upon the numbers and the number of special characters. We can enter all WBS elements in level 1. The system then derives the individual levels of WBS elements from the project coding mask. The WBS element with the shortest number is created on level 1. The remaining WBS elements arranged in the lower hierarchy levels depending upon their numbers and the number of special characters. In addition to deriving the hierarchy structure automatically, enter the required level in the project hierarchy while creating the WBS elements. We can change the hierarchy level of WBS elements at a later point in time. We can assign objects to WBS elements to carry out additional functions that may be in other applications of the SAP system. For example, milestones, which can use, for example, to plan and follow the progress of a project. Billing plan, to plan and schedule revenues. Documents and text, to give more precise specifications for a WBS element. Project team, to use persons from this team when distributing work at the activity level, that is resource planning. Like investment program items, to manage and distribute a budget at a level higher than the project. Now we can see these are the objects we are having the option to assign for different applications. Milestones, billing plan, project organization, long text, investment program, PS text, documents, etc. Milestones. Milestones are events that are of particular significance or interest to the project flow. They are assigned to individual WBS elements or activities. Milestones can be used in both operative WBS and standard WBS. Milestones are created either manually or by copying from a standard milestone. A milestone group is made up of several standard milestones. It is created in customizing for project system, and individual standard milestones are assigned to the group. Standard milestones can be used only to copy from. That means they cannot be used in operative process. Milestones created for WBS elements have various tasks. The sales document date indicator gives you the option of linking a milestone with a date in the billing plan. When a milestone reaches, the system transfers the actual date of the milestone to the billing plan. See, this is the milestone window, which is having all the facilities to use like progress analysis, sales document date, trend analysis, and we can talk about percentage of completion, invoice percentage, percentage of completion, and relevant dates. In progress analysis, the milestone technique is one way to measure the end value. Each milestone corresponds to a percentage of work completed in an activity or a WBS element. Milestone trend analysis is a simple way to monitor dates in a project. In this analysis, milestone dates are compared at various report times. Standard work breakdown structures. While defining standard structures, the option of standardizing project management so that can use empirical values from earlier projects in new projects. Standard work breakdown structures can be used as templates to copy from. Another advantage of standardizing project structures is that projects become more transparent and can compare them more easily, thereby enabling more effective project controlling. When create an operating work breakdown structure, can use a complete standard work breakdown structure as template or just copy parts of it. If an operating work breakdown structure is already exist, can copy parts of it into the work breakdown project structure. In this case, we can also add WBS elements. Use standard work breakdown structures as templates for operative work breakdown structures. We can use standard work breakdown structure to plan the structure in advance, that is, the work breakdown structure hierarchy, organizational assignments, control data, and project documentation. It is not possible to plan operative data with standard work breakdown structure. For example, cannot use a standard work breakdown structure for cost planning or time scheduling purposes. Also, cannot maintain settlement rules in standard WBS elements. This is the basic difference between standard WBS elements and operative WBS elements. Unlike operative work breakdown structures, standard work breakdown structures do not have user statuses. In the standard work breakdown structure, only the definition has a status. The WBS elements have no statuses, but you can assign them a user status profile. The statuses of the definition is created, CRES, released, RELS, or closed, CLOS. If the status is CRES or RELS, that means created or released, standard work breakdown structure can be used as templates. If the status is CLOS, closed, a standard work breakdown structure cannot be used as a template for creating either an operative or a standard WBS. So, in a standard project definition, we can have these statuses created, released, closed, and it has basic data, general, control, organization, and responsibilities. So this is the entire structure of standard work breakdown structure. For creating WBS element structure, we need to do customizing settings for WBS elements. So for that we'll go to customizing guide, SPRO, and in the customizing guide we'll go to project system. In the project system we have to check for dates, then date planning in WBS, define parameters for WBS scheduling, and we can see here standard profile meta prepared by the SAP. So we'll check the profile for the scheduling. This is a standard profile defined by SAP. Here a few things are already configured, like scheduling type. The scheduling, different scheduling types we have. So these are forward scheduling, backward scheduling, or forward in time, backward in time, current date, and no scheduling. And start in past, that means the scheduling date can be passed, how long we can keep it, that is one thing. And scheduling method, whether it is a WBS determining date or a network determining date, adjust basic date as required or not, automatic log, automatic scheduling, latest staging, shift order, like that, these are there. So we create our own profile. So here we are creating new profile for the WBS scheduling. Here we'll consider this forward scheduling, and start in past we can take maximum, that is 999, and scheduling method we can consider network determine, because we are all the time using bottom up approach, that is from the activities, then network header, then WBS. So it is always network determine dates, adjust basic date, log is required, then automatic scheduling has to be done, then this maximum reduction level, this one maximum level to be used to reduce the lead time for scheduling bottlenecks. So this reduction is only relevant for detailed scheduling. So this value we can change from 6 reduction level 6 to 0 level. So this we have created a profile, save. Now we have created scheduling parameters for WBS element. After creating this profile, we need to ensure the same profile has been considered in the project profiles. So we'll check it out once. We'll go to project profile. For that, customizing guide, project system, structures, operative structures, work breakdown structure, then project profile. Now in the project profile we'll check what is the WBS scheduling parameters has been entered. So there is one schedule is there. here this is a scheduling profile. It has been entered as a standard one, so we'll use the profile which we have entered now. So the profile has been created and assigned into project profile. Before creating the WBS element structure, we need to reconfirm the project coding mask what is entered for this. So for plant 3000, after project code there are 5 levels, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then in the first level we thought about the financial year, that is fiscal year and serial number, and this is the package, this is the asset type, and this is the asset level, and further details about the assets. So now we'll try to create the WBS element. So to create the WBS element, we have various options, direct or indirect method. So for creating the direct method, the transaction code for that is project builder, that is CJ20N, or we can get from the SAP menu, logistics, project system, then basic data, master data, project and project builder. So this is the transaction code for directly creating with project builder. That is one method. And another method we can consider is project planning board. This is create project from planning board, or direct creating from the transaction, that is CJ01. So we can use this direct method or an indirect method. So first of all, we create a WBS element from direct transaction, that is CJ01, for creating WBS element. Now here in the first screen we have to enter the project definition. So we remember we have created project definition like U, that is U3000. U is for the controlling area US and plant 3000. Then we have to consider the fiscal year, that is 14, and the serial number in the fiscal year. Suppose we doesn't know the current running serial number, we'll go to find open number. This will help us to what is the latest number available for this project definition by checking with the project code and the levels. So here we are giving the start value like project coding U3000 dot and fiscal year 14. Then we doesn't know the running serial number, so we are entering fine. So the next open number will be, so if I consider proposed is the same number. If I consider 01 and next I am searching, that means the fiscal year 14 and running number serial number 01 is available for the creation, and the project profile is what we have created for the plant 3000 is ZUS 3000. Then we have to enter this for creating the project. And here we can see one more method also available for the creation a project by taking the template, taking from the template like standard project definition and standard WBS element structure. So now we are creating directly from the transaction. We have entered the project code and fiscal year and serial number we have checked 01 is available. Now this is the first screen we are going to reach. In the project definition we have to give the description, so we can say capex project for expansion. This is a description we are given for the project, and we can see the system status is CRTD. User status profile we have not mentioned anything, so this is blank. And the coding mask we can see easily. We can find out what we have customized in the customizing guide, that is the same, and U3000 as a project code, and the first level, and this is the second level, and these are all remaining levels. If required we can use a mask ID for this, and person responsible for this project, whatever we have defined it will come, so we can consider the person responsible which is codified. And start date of this project we can consider this from the first week of January. And factory calendar day, these automatically copied from the project definition. And the controlling area, company code, business area, plant, business area, it has been copied as 3000. So business area is entered 3000, and profit center, project currency. This is the basic data for the WBS element, automatically copied from the project definition. Now we'll see the control data. Now here in the control data we can see the all the important information is available. Project profile and the budget profile what we have assigned in the customizing, planning profile, investment profile, simulation profile, and the network profile we haven't created. By default it is taking the standard profile. WBS scheduling profile and scheduling scenario, free scheduling. Planning method is bottom up, and planning method for forecast is also bottom up. Object class investment, WBS status profile is taking all zeros 1, and project stock is valuated stock. And in the administration this information not yet updated, long text is not there, so collective PR indicators are there. So this is, we are creating initially the project definition and of the project. So this is the direct transaction code WBS creation. Now project has been created. Now we can see the project what has been created. This will go to display, that is transaction is CJ03. So now only we have created project definition. Now from here we have to build the WBS structure for this project. So now we have created only the project definition for the project, that is U3000.1401. So this is project code and this is the 1401 for is that entire project definition. Now we'll create for that project structure. We have to go into change mode, then we'll create the WBS structure. In the WBS structure we have to go for this WBS overview, WBS element overview. Now we can see the system by default as putting the levels 1. Now here we are entering the WBS elements U3000.1401. This will come as a first level, then U3000.1401 dot, and as a asset type we are using one character, that is for civil U3000.1401. One is for, we can say, equipment, and one we consider for like pre-operative. So here the first one comes as this is a project main header, and this is for civil, and this is for equipment, and this is for pre-operative. So here we have created, we are trying to create further level, second level. These are all second level. Up to here this is the first level and this is the second level WBSS. Now we have to change to this second level, then press enter. So now this is the hierarchy we are creating under project. Second level as asset type civil, equipment and pre-operative. Now you can see the second level has been created. Now here this is the type of the project which we already declared in the project profile, like expansion and diversion. So that is automatically taken and it has been copied to each and every WBS element. And next field is the priority. We need to decide which WBS element has the which priority. So which is the urgent one we have to consider. These are the priorities we can assign over here. For the civil we can say urgent, and this is normal, and pre-operative again is normal. These are only simple priority assignment. Then this is the summarization. Summarization is required at second level. Then planning element, yes, we require planning at this level, so we can consider all the levels for the planning elements. If we considering this planning element, that means the plan cost on these WBS will be possible. So we can do the planning at this level, and The next level is account assignment. Account assignment is whether where we can assign the WBS, where we can do the cost posting. That is the account assignment we are doing, and this is the billing elements. So at the project level we should not do the posting so this is not the account assignment indicator we are not assigning, but at the second level we are assigning. And now we'll go to the next tab, that is dates. We have to specify the start and end dates for the WBS elements. Now this is the dates tab for the WBS elements. We can see over here in the dates, for each and every WBS element we can enter basic dates. What is the basic start date, what is the basic finish date for each and every WBS element we have to enter, and what are the forecast dates, and the project basic start date and finish date are entered over here. This is around 250 days of duration of this project. Basic dates and forecast dates and actual dates will be calculated from the confirmation of the WBS element. So we can consider this basic dates for the civil. We can say from 2014, and the equipment we can consider and pre-operative we can consider up to so these dates we are entering. Since we have considered US calendar, factory calendar, and the working days being mentioned by the system, so we can so for the entire project and this is forecast dates will come by the scheduling. So this is the, we have taken the WBS elements, we have created the WBS elements, and we have assigned the dates, and in the we are doing the scheduling part. Now we'll go to the other tab, that is assignments. Here we can assign any other objects like sub project, equipment, function location, reference element, change numbers, tax duration, and the responsibilities. We have already entered the responsible person for the each and every WBS element for the entire project. Our WBS element wise also we can enter the applicants. We can consider 2 as applicant over here. The next thing is control. In the control information, this is the information we have to enter the costing sheet for each and every WBS element, and this is the overhead key, and this is investment investment profile, this is in result analysis key, and we have to decide whether which is the statistical. So here we are not doing any posting, the project level we can consider as a statistical key. We are doing the posting at the second level, so we cannot consider this as a statistical key. Then planning integration will come over here, and the next thing is scale if you want, and then this is investment reason, and this is environment investment. So we are having different values in each and every tabs. If we want to enter everything at one place, simply we have to go to total tab, and here we can assign each and every field value instead of going into each and every tab. So we can see over here the information whatever we have entered, everything is available in the total tab. All information are available here only. Statistical key and field key is 1. That means there are four text fields, two number keys with the units, and date is also there. So this is the WBS overview we have created. So we are saving this. Now we want to add some more levels at each and every level of the WBS element. That means third level and fourth level of individual asset types. If you want to assign, we can assign at the WBS overview screen. So now we'll see how to assign the third and fourth level. Now we'll go to the change mode and we enter the information for the third level. So we are creating third level here. So we are inserting the line for creating the third level. Here we are, for example, we are creating for the project for the cement mill. We can consider mill foundations. So we'll give some number. The identification for mill foundation like BM. So we can write here cement mill foundation, and another third level we can consider for cement silo. For this again we can consider one code. Normally these codes will be available with the project department. So we are for example purpose we are considering anonymous codes, and one we can say weighbridge foundation, that we can say to one weighbridge foundation. So here we have created, and since we are these three should be third level, so we can say that derive structure execute. Now system will check. You can see here the structure has been changed to 3 from 2. System has noticed from the levels where we have entered. So this is one more method to do the derive structure. Automatically system enters the levels of the WBS element from the project definition coding mask. For example, if we consider further levels in this, suppose in the weighbridge foundation we can say there are some more levels are there. There are one or two are there, so we are considering here. We considered weighbridge 1 and weighbridge 2. So here we are, this is for the weighbridge 1, this is for weighbridge 2. So we are entered. Again we are deriving the structure. So this has been considered as structure 4. Similarly, we can use structure 5 also if required. Now we will create the structures for the equipments. For example, if you consider some equipment structures, we'll consider some equipments. Now here I am creating some more WBS elements. So in this equipment I am considering some equipment like back filter, for example. I'm taking this code back filter. This is one equipment I am considering, and I can consider in the back filter 2 back filters if I consider this suction and back filter suction end and one back filter at the discharge end. So I am considering filter suction, back filter, discharge. This one I have created. Now one more equipment I am considering for belt conveyor. And in the belt conveyor I can consider one more belt conveyor 1 like that. Belt conveyor 1 and one more level I am considering belt conveyor motor. Now here this is belt conveyor 1, belt conveyor 1 motor. So similarly, if required, we can consider some more equipments like one more equipment now here I am considering one more like what is the other equipment we can consider is we can consider for example clinker. We can say clinker, then in the clinker we will consider the sub levels like one more clinker stock pile, and one more we can say clinker gate, and similarly clinker gate 1. So here we have created, so we can ask the system to make the structure derivation. So we can see here fifth level also has been received for that. Now if you go to the total level, we can see entire thing at one place. Here if required, if you want to append any values, we can easily append over here in one screen. So here the account assignment, always we can consider the lower levels. So actual posting will take place over here, as well as from the main level. And if any information is required, we can enter over here. So we can consider the applicants, so now we have created the entire WBS structure. So this is about the WBS structure creation. Now we can see what is the WBS structure what we have created. This is the entire WBS structure, and we have different levels. So this is we have created the main project, and we have created first second levels. After second level, then third level. Under the third level, again we have created the fourth level. In the third and fourth, and here we have created fifth level also. So this is the one way to create the WBS structure. Now we will see the other method to create the WBS structure. So we'll go to menu, then logistics, project system, then project. So we have done from the direct transaction, that is WBS structure CA01, CA02 and 03. Now we'll do from the planning board. Now we'll create the project from the planning board. Here we can see this is the first screen of planning board. Here we have to give the project definition. The last project what we have created is U3000.1401. Now we'll see what is the next available number. Simply we have to click on search button. This is a starting number. Then if you click, then it will tell you the next number will be 2. So we are taken the proposal 1402. If required, we can give the description over here itself and the dates for the project. We can enter here. And project profile, again we are selecting the same. If required, planning board profile also we can give, and we can ask the system to create the project from the existing project. For us, this one is the existing project we have created. So we can ask, we haven't created the activities components, so this doesn't require for us. Whatever we require, we can use for the copy. So we are asking the system to copy the project from the existing project. Then press enter. Now it is giving non-working day. Press enter. Now system is creating the new project from the existing project, which we are considering as a template. The template can be a standard project definition or can be the existing one. Existing project also works as a template over here, or we can create some models like standard project definition models which can be used for other projects also. For that purpose, the prerequisite will be we have to create one standard project definition, and we will use the same standard project definition for all new projects. Now we are doing the existing project as the template to create the new project. So now we have entered the existing project as a template to create new project. Now we'll see what are the values will be transferred from the existing project. This is the first screen for the planning board. We can see we have given the dates for the main WBS elements, a second level WBS element. That is the reason why we are able to see the date representation for these projects. Now if we see the entire project, all the WBS has been copied from the project 1. Now here we have various options for the projects: filter, and this is grouping for the sorting, and this is highlight the object, and switch connection mode, and this is adapt graph, adapt time, planning board, and time scale, and set dates, like that. Now here if we save this, now this is the project and these are the WBS elements. Here we are having, we are saving this, save user specific data, yes. Now once we create, and we will see into the change mode of WBS structure. Now this project has been saved. Now we'll see the same project in the WBS individual transaction mode. Here this is a project. So here the new project has been created with 1402, the second project, and a similar way it has been created as we created in the direct transaction. Now this is one more way to create the WBS structure. Now we'll see one more method to create a WBS structure. We have seen the direct transaction, and here we this is one way to create the project definition. First of all, initially it creates on the project definition. Now if you click here, open number, system will let you know what is the open number. So it creates the project definition. Save. So now it has created the project definition only. It is not creating the WBS structure. So here we can consider so this is the WBS structure. It has been created, project definition has been created. Again, in this project definition we have to enter the WBS elements. So the WBS elements has been not entered, so we have to enter the WBS elements. So what we are doing is copy from operate to WBS elements with root is required, include so these are all WBS elements we are considering, and here we need to replace the values from 1 to 3 because our project definition is 1403. So we are replacing 1401 with the 1403 replaced, and we are checking for this. There are no errors, then and include. So that means now we have created the project definition first, then we have included the WBS elements from the existing project, and it is not mandatory to use all the WBS elements which are copied from the last project. So if required we can remove any WBS elements from this level. So for example, we would like to remove this WBS element. Select the WBS element and delete. System will prompt for the deletion. Yes, it is deleted. Now simply save. Now one more project we have created from the project definition and assigning the WBS view. So this is one more method to create the WBS element structure. Now we have created from project definition, and we can create from the single element also. Single element means only one against the existing project definition we have to assign a only single WBS element. This tedious job. This will be helpful when the existing project is there. We want to include only any one single element, and this is the WBS element group, and this is sub project if you want to create, and in the this is structure planning. Structure planning we'll see afterwards. Now we have created from project planning board also. Now the most important thing and the easiest way to create a project is through project builder. This is transaction code is CJ20N. When we are using for the first time, this screen will appear. We can avoid in future by press enter. Now this is the user defaults. We can take as it is, or we can change anything. How many hierarchy levels initially it should show, how many projects history has to be shown, what are the accessible objects, what are the templates are required, and preview the last project, display deleted objects, how many hierarchy levels we need to see, and edit mode, whether it is a change or a display mode. Initially it opens with the change mode or a display mode. These settings can be changed at any point of time, and these settings are user specific settings. Now this is the project builder. Here we can see the existing projects, as well as we can create new project, we can change, we can display. So this is the template section, and these are the history of the projects. The last project we have accessed is like this 1402, or we can open a project from here. Simply we have to enter the project definition number, so it will open the project automatically. Either we can enter the project definition or a WBS element or a network. In the user specific settings we are told only 2 levels. So if you expand this, all the levels will be shown here. So this is the project. This is a project definition, basic data of the project definition, control, administration, long text, correct PR indicator. Now this is the project definition button. If you want to go to WBS overview, this is the WBS element overview. Here we can see the list of WBS elements and the organization of WBS elements, responsibilities, control, tab, and overview. This is nothing but overall tabs. Information will be shown over here. So if any particular WBS we want to see, select the WBS and click on this details button. It will show the WBS, individual WBS details. So basic data, dates, assignment, control, user fields, administration. This is the user field with the field key 1. There are 2 text fields, 4 general fields are there, 4 number fields are there, and 1 date, 1 quantity, and administration, superior level WBS elements, progress indicator. Whenever we do the progress analysis, we have to use this screen. Then if any customer announcements are there, this is the customer announcements it will show, and the last one is C projects. So this is the overview of WBS element. Then these are the activities. Once we create the networks we can see, and this is the overview of the milestones. So we'll go back to project definition. Now we are in the change mode. So if you click the toggle button, it will go to the display mode, so that we can prevent any changes by mistake if required. So now it is in the display mode. So if we want to switch over to the other project, we can open button and click here. Let's see the other project. This is the other project 1403. We can expand this, or we can see what are the projects we have seen till now. Project 1, project 2, and project 3 we are seeing. Now from here it is very well possible to create a new project from the project builder. So here for the creation, and create from the project, copy from the project, and from the network. So we are creating new project. We can enter first of all project definition, then assign the WBS elements. That is one method. Or we can copy the project from the existing template. Existing template can be existing project or a standard project. The last project number it is appearing. we cannot take directly the last project number, so we have to find what is the, to find the new number we have to click on this find button. It will propose us the available number, that is 04, and we can use the start and end date over here. And we can copy from the existing project, we can copy from any project. It is up to us. If any activities are available, it will be copied, otherwise we can take it out also. Press enter. System will prompt us about the non-working day. Enter. We can go for new entry also, we can change the date. So now the new project is ready to create with the new numbers. This is 1404. We can see the project definition details over here. All are copied from the project 02 and the WBS overview. So simply save. So this is going to create the new project from the project builder. So we have seen the project creations from direct transaction with the WBS structure and project definition and planning board. Now this is project builder. Now we'll see what are the other options are available in the project builder for a project. The project has been saved now. This is 1404 project has been saved. If you double click, automatically it will open into the change mode, because that user default settings we have here, we have selected as a change mode. We can change it to display mode, or we can require the system to keep at least 4 levels. So next time onwards, when we create any project we are opening, for example we are open this, it has shown 4 levels of available 4 levels and shown in the display mode. So when you expand this, all WBS elements will be shown here, and we can search a particular WBS element or a particular any object in the project by entering over here. For example, we search for a particular WBS element. So this is the WBS element has been searched, and this is the back step from where we have started, and this is the planning board. From here we can directly go to planning board from the project builder. So this is the planning board. Then this is the hierarchy graphic of this project. So WBS element and structure what we have created, we can see the hierarchy here. This is the header level, and this is the next level. Under this we have, this is the next level of WBS elements. So this is the WBS element display options. This will show like this, and the next thing is, since we are in display mode, these options are not available. If you go to the change mode, by clicking the toggle button, the project display mode to change mode will be converted. Now it is going to change mode. Now we are reached to the change mode. Here we can see mass changes. If anything needs to change for the entire project in a single step, we can do from this mass change. So it will give you the options, what is the information need to be changed, whether in a project definition or in a WBS elements, like this. So we can make the mass maintenance from this particular function. So these are the fields for which we want to do the mass changes. Anything we can make the changes in this particular project. So if required, the person responsible, we want to change, press enter. The new value we are considering as 2, replace only. Wherever 1 is there we are changing to. First of all we are checking, then we execute. So now system will check for the person responsible. Wherever the value is 1, then it will be replaced with 2. Now this is the end result of this. Now it has changed these many WBS elements. So entire log it has been given. So it has checked for total 38 numbers. 38 transactions has been done. 19 places it has been changed. Now we can go and see where in the WBS elements, wherever the project responsible is there, we can see in the overview also. In the overview, we'll go to the overall mode. Then here the person responsible, we can see all are changed to 2. Wherever we have used 1, there only it has been changed. So simply we are saving this project. So this is one beautiful function. With the help of this, we can change the mass. Now this is one more thing, cost planning we can do, and this is sales pricing, and this is so this is the intermediate save while working anything. If you want, without saving entire thing, we can change intermediate save also. Now what are the other options we have? We can see in the existing project, if you want to include one more WBS elements, like this templates are there, individual objects we can do. We can insert the WBS element, network, activity, and so and so. Suppose we want to include one WBS element here, we can consider the we can consider into for example, we want to create one more level for the pre-operative. So what we do is, this is a pre-operative, so we are bringing this WBS element and moving to this pre-operative. So system is proposing that under pre-operative, this is the number. So we will find whether we can use this. It has given what number, but this level we have to use So for example, we want to use for the engineering services, we write ENGIN engineering services, person number, whatever we want we can consider. This is for the account assignment, and if we require dates 01/01/2014 to 30 April 2014, so the duration is 83 days. If any assignments are required, we can put. So we are doing the intermediate save. So now this WBS element has been saved. So this is one way. So we have created one more level, third level for this engineering services. If you want create one more WBS element, simply we have to put the value over there. So here since for the WBS element we doesn't require any proposal, we have to use, for example, we can say payment to pollution board, so that is environment expenses. Environment expenses we have considered. This is we have saved this. So one more WBS element we have created. So this is the intermediate save, or we can save the entire project. So this is the way to add the objects into the existing project or to create a new project. Now we'll see. Now we'll try to create some milestones for this project. We will find the milestones for all second level WBSs. So these are the second level WBSs. The individual objects, we can consider a milestone for civil. This is a milestone screen. So we are creating milestone for civil. So we can see over here we are using this milestone against this WBS element. Now we have to choose for what usage we are using this milestone. Either it can be for the purpose of progressive analysis or sales billing or for the trend analysis, and we have to put the percentage of completion whenever this milestone is have any progress. So here we will see if we have defined any usages, this will be shown here. Otherwise we have to define the usage of this milestones in the customizing. These are the existing usages for the first specification, finished specification, start execution, close, phase 2, phase 3, phase 1, like that. So we can say start specification, then this is usage for progressive analysis or for the trend analysis, and we have to this percentage of completion need to be updated. It is 0 to 100. Whenever this job is there, then we have to enter this. Then invoice percentage, this is related with the sales stock document. Basic fixed date, this we have to enter. So we are entering 314, and we can keep any authorization group so that anybody can enter in this. Anybody cannot enter into this. By authorization group also we can maintain this. So this is the milestone we have created for this civil WBS element at the second level. So we can find out the progress for this, for the civil from this milestone. Now the next thing, we will create one more each milestones for equipment as well as pre-operative also if required. So we'll create one more milestone for the equipment. So this long test has been this milestone has been saved. Now we'll create one more milestone for the equipment. So we can write milestone for equipment, and the usage again will take for start of activity, that is 002, and progressive analysis and trend analysis, and the progress is not yet. Basic fixed date, we consider this as actually this date we are putting when this milestone has to be reached. So that is the date we are entering over here. So again we have saved one more milestone. So here the percentage of completion with respect to the total project work, how much it should be done. So this we can consider 70%, and for milestone 2, this is we can consider 80%. So this is the milestones we have entered. Now we have saved this. So in this project we have created the WBS elements as well as milestones. Now what are the other objects we can assign into project is the PS text. This is the PS text. Also we can put for any. So for pre-operative we are going to enter some PS text. So we can see over here what is the text type. It is a action or a decision or a general comment. PS text. We can see the any standard available are there. So there are no existing So we are entering over here pre-operative, and we can make summary of this text into this long text form. So this text format will be SAP script format. So we can see over here the window has been open for entering pre-operative. Here we can enter to consider the general expenses against the project which involves environment, clearance, related expenses, employee salary, and we can say transport, etc. So whatever we want to enter, we can simply enter over here. So now this will be available with this WBS element. So this is the function of pre-operative. So this is the main advantage of project builder is we can create a project, we can edit the project, we can insert the objects as many as required. So now we will see one more feature. What we have is templates, project templates. So in the project templates, we have to create the standard project profile. This is a template, standard WBS, like standard milestones also we have. We can see the standard milestone, and we can use the standard milestone while creating the milestones for the individual WBS elements. So we can refer this template and create. So standard milestone we are creating. Yes, the one here we can say standard milestone for projects. Usage we are considering for the start specification. Usage milestone functions, progressive analysis, trend analysis. Completion part we can say 70%. So we will tell that this template is for 7, so 70%. And offset to activity, latest dates, and offset to finish. So these functions we can see what are the functions are available. Release following up, release up to, stop indicator, include standard network, create network. Once we by attaining the system status, it will trigger it to is. So this is the standard milestone we have created. Now similarly we will create the standard WBS. So this we can use directly while creating the individual WBS. We can refer this WBS. So this template useful in case of similar nature of project, similar structure of project we are using. This standard templates will be based on the coding mask. We cannot use this template to other coding masks. It should be the same coding mask, then only we can create and use the templates. Normally it is preferable or easy to use the existing projects or existing WS elements. For like we can see here, we are creating open number. So we are creating one standard profile. We are using this number and we are taking the copy of this and enter. So this mask will be this project status profile, WS status profile, factory calendar, and these are the basic information which will be copied to the new projects, and these are all profile informations. Administration, if you go to the WBS part, so these many WS elements will be used out there, and we are including this. So we have saved this standard WBS structure. Now we'll see the standard WBS structure what we have created. Now the status of this standard WBS structure is CRES, created. The standard WBS structure having the status created or released only we can use for assigning for the new projects. If it is closed, we cannot use. So now we'll go to the status release. So we are releasing this from created to release and save. If it is closed, then we cannot use this standard structure. In this standard structure, there will not be any user status. Now we will try to use this for creating a project. Now we'll create a project by using the standard structure. Here we will use this, and the next number proposed by the system is 5. Enter, and the dates 01/01/2014 to 31/3/2015. Enter. So now we are creating the project with reference to the standard project definition. So now you can see here the project has been created with the milestones also, and one PS text is there, that is also has been copied. So this is one more way to create the project from the template standard structure. Now we will put the status of this standard WBS structure to close and we'll try to create the project. Whether it allows or not, we'll check it out. Normally the project being created with closed structure, it should not allow to create. So we are using the same structure, and here we are looking for the new number, press enter. Standard structure has already been closed, so it is not possible to create. So we require to keep the status as created or release, otherwise it is not possible to select the status. Now it is already closed, so we have to create new structure. So now we are creating open number, find number, this, press enter. This is already closed, so we cannot use this for copying to new standard also. So this is the way to create WBS structure from direct transaction or a indirect transaction, or from the templates, from project builder, from planning board. Now in the indirect, there is one more method. We can create the WBS structure from network also. Since we haven't created any network structure, so we'll see once the network structure is created, we can use that method to create a WBS structure.